Hello everybody and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I am the Chinchilla Gamer, and as you might notice, it looks a little bit different in our base. We have progressed just a little bit. I went ahead and got everything built, and I've started some sweeping tasks, and I've added a couple buildings, believe it or not. I've added this mechanical surfboard, and I have added a little room over here. Because I've got these thimbleweed seeds I got out of a duplication delivery, and I also have one of these pokey shells. So, which is why I've set up this area. And I'm going to show you ultimately how to set up this area. Madam Furry is really excited. Let's watch her. She is like darting around with sparkles. She's sparkle streaking. She's so happy. Alright. So what we're going to do here is we have set up a place to put these thimbleweeds. And we're going to go ahead and get those set up. Oh, also, probably think about getting fire poles put in. Eventually, I'm going to click through this real quick. Then I will show you how to set up piping. So these are the irrigation or hydroponic farms, and those will require you to go ahead and put through some hydroponics. So from here, we're going to put in a pump. We're going to put in a liquid vent, which we probably actually don't need, but it'll be okay. We'll need it eventually. All right. And what we need to do is we need to bring a wire down here and here. And we'll also need liquid pipes from here to here and into... Actually, let me do that a different way. Let me come this way, around this way, and then here. Alright. And we'll set up the irrigation channel to here. Now we've got power and we've got piping here. We're going to do something a little bit similar over here. We're going to take some power wire. We're going to run it this way. And we also need no liquid input. Okay, so we'll also need a liquid pump, a wire that goes down to the liquid pump, and we'll need a liquid pipe that goes from the pump to the mechanical surfboard. Alright, and that'll let that get hooked up. And also, while this is going on, we need to plant some stuff here. We need to plant the thimbleweeds. We're going to copy settings, plug those settings in, and this should be all we need. Let's go ahead and build a ladder here. That way, make sure all these pipes can get built. Alright. Now this is going to make sure that we can get some fabric, some real easy fabric actually. And this is going to be a way for our dupes to have a little bit of fun and de-stress at the end of the day. Something else we're going to want to work on this episode is getting our hatch farms up and going. Because ultimately, we're going to need a few more sources of power. So we're going to do a critter drop-off, critter feeder, and in stations, we're going to do a grooming station. Oops, not right there. Station, grooming station, and that's all our little hatches need to live. Now this one I've got set up for this poke shell, but I don't have anybody that has a ranching skill yet, which is why he is not over there. But I'll show you how to do that here in a couple minutes once we get somebody to do that. All right, also added omelets and barbecue to this because with hatch farming comes needing to get rid of some of our extra hatches. So both of which is stuff that we will need to do. All right. This just needs irrigation, which needs polluted water, which is what this is going to do. All right. Alright, now we can watch on the liquid tab, plumbing overlay, that this is feeding into that. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just deconstruct this one. There's no need for this to be running all the time. Which is something that is currently doing. Alright, and now we've got our hydroponics farm up and going. This is outside of a recreation room. So what can I do to fix that? Okay, stick that out. Let's build this and this. And then we can build doors on either side. Let's see here. Recreation room. No industrial machinery. And it's got decor items. So a large sculpture block there and see if then this turns into a recreational room. What's the 96 tiles? See how that is once it's filled up. Okay, we're also going to mop this up. And we are going to deconstruct this as no longer needed for what we're doing. We were just trying to clear all that water out, and looky there, that's exactly what we've done. Alright, so we've got these set up. So these will be hatches and hatchlings. And this one is only going to be hatches. We'll have to make sure that our critters aren't, like, overburdened. And we will auto-wrangle the surplus. And we will want to feed our hatches here, which we're just going to feed them sedimentary rock and sandstone. We've got enough of that. And we'll have to feed our hatches on this one, which is sandstone and sedimentary rock. And this one, we're going to feed the hatches, which I've scrolled down. And again, sandstone and sedimentary rock. Now, what you feed them does kind of matter, but it matters by what eggs they're going to produce. But since for right now, these are just for... Let's go ahead and do you. Since these are basically just for food, it doesn't really matter what eggs they're producing right now. Also, we got our med bay done, which will be really nice to have. Don't expect any of our dupes to get sick, but it will be pretty nice if they do. Now notice this is still working, but it's just not looping all the way around, so it doesn't need to pump all of the time like it was. All right. We've got bedrooms up and all fully decked out, and we've got our great hall done. So let me take a look. See, we've got a great hall, so they're going to get so much morale from this. So much morale from this, and we've even got our little nature reserve going. So this is going to be really great. Okay, so I'm waiting on this and this to be built, which I'm going to go ahead and try to get built. Let's see. And research focus. So we have been doing a little bit of research since we've since you guys have last been on with me. And let's go ahead and what do I want you to do? Go ahead and start you up for rocket navigation. Oh, there's another dupe skill. Jack Jack. Oh, we did get a 6th colonist. I named him Jack Jack after one of my wonderful fish that I had in college. I had a beta fish in college. He would dance to music. It's really cool. And I had him for like 3 years. This beta fish that was only supposed to last like 6 months lasted me like 3 years of college. I was very sad when he died. If you guys hadn't figured that one out, it was very sad. Anyway, we're also cleaning a lot of this up. A lot of stuff that we had sitting around base has been swept up, which will make it a lot nicer for our dupes to live in. So you can see if I go into decor, you can see that this stuff gives a negative decor value. See? So by clearing all of the space of decor, it makes our dupes have a happier place to live. So there was a reason for the badness. Alright. They also are growing some thimbleweed, which will be really nice. Also want to look at stations, textile loom. Tailor's duplicate clothing item requires refined metal. Also something that we will need to get going is refinement. We're just going to go ahead for right now and build a rock crusher. Ooh, this is a little bit bigger than I thought it was. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Ah, okay. Someplace we can put it that won't be too far off. Where we need it. I also want to just... No, I can't disassemble that guy. Because I've got some power over here going. Alright. Building entombment. Ah. We're also getting some more research done. Not that we need a lot of this quite yet, but most of this will be useful here soon-ish. Let's go ahead and get the smelting going. Another thing that we're going to want is actually, we're going to hold off the refined metal. So let me deconstruct this. Cancel this. I'm actually going to not build the rock crusher. I'm actually going to mine hatches for smooth hatches for metal. So if we look in our stuff, I was actually looking through here a little bit. All right. If we look at critters and go to hatches, you'll note that streets coal stone hatch, these smooth hatches. They will eat metal and actually turn it into refined metal. So these are the guys that we're going to want. Smooth hatch egg. Okay. So those are the guys that we are definitely going to want. Oops. Did not construct this, which I need to. It's crawling, which is good. We've got lots of hatches walking around, so that'll be good for our production. Also, there's some great fiber right there. So, let me look at my stations. We're gonna have to wait on that. We need some smooth hatches. Now you can see that he is not going to produce, these regular hatches are not going to produce me smooth hatches. So let me find out. I'm actually just going on the wiki on my phone. All right. Okay, so by getting stone hatches and feeding them metals, we can increase the chances of them giving us smooth hatches. So, if fed sedimentary rock, it has an increased chance to produce stone hatches. So we want to feed our hatches for right now. We want to feed them sedimentary rock, which should make stone. And from stone, we can get to our smooth hatches. For right now, we should probably just go ahead and bite the bullet and build a rock crusher. So we're probably going to need it anyway. Alright, we don't have to use it that often. But until we get the smooth hatches, it's probably going to be for the best if we go ahead and do that. All right. Alright, looks like we've got a dupe skill. Alright, Lily is going to be... Ooh. Pascal's our critter rancher, and Lily is doing... doctoring, I think. Yeah, doctoring. Alright, so now we have, with the upgrade of Pascal, we now have a critter rancher. So, oops. let's do our priorities. Ranching, Madam Furry hasn't? Oh, researching. Ranching, Pascal has that. So what we need to do is go ahead and capture some of these hatches that are hanging around. And we can actually capture that Pokey too. Alright. Alright. So we also want to do a priority. So this one is going to have more of a priority than this one. Alright, and Pascal should start wrangling up some critters tomorrow. Another thing we're going to go ahead and start on is we're going to go ahead and do a night shift. And we don't have anybody that has a preferred schedule. So that's going to be really nice. So for this, we're going to work all through the night. Bath time is going to be here. We're going to add an extra bath time to everybody. And then guys and bedtime. Okay. Now we are going to assign one set from every room. So Pascal, Lacey, and Lorianne. Pascal, Lacey, and Lorianne. They're all going on this secondary schedule. We're going to name it Night Shift. And we can go ahead and do the shift alarms on this. And we're going to rename this one to Day Shift. That way, at least 3 dupes are working at all points in time during the day. And that's really going to matter. No research focus. Yes, that's fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and make $500 grams of that. We're going to go ahead and we'll take the briar seeds. Why not? Alright. So let's look at our critters. The 7, too much. Okay, these guys are overcrowded. So we are going to drop that down to 6 critters. And Pascal should wrangle up the overabundance. Also, we have got another hatch right there. Wrangle you. Alright, one more thing that we're going to do this episode that we are definitely going to want to do. Carpeted tile seems nice, but right now we are going to add some airflow tiles to our space. This will allow us to have an easier time with air moving up and down. Now, this is important because we want oxygen to flow up and carbon dioxide to flow down. Alright. Now once he gets moved... Now, I think next episode we are going to work on a way to purify this crazy amount of polluted water that we have and turn it into nice fresh water that has no germs in it. So we could just say, we don't care about the germs and just convert it into regular water. That task is super simple. All you need is the water sieve. However, it will have germs in it, specifically food poisoning germs, which could be quite a bit of a problem. So that definitely is something that we don't want to have. Also, I'm going to go ahead and put in fireman's poles on both of our long sets of ladders, because it'll make it easier for our dupes to go up and down. And that should just need metal. Alright. Another thing that I want to do is build a ladder here. Put in a pneumatic door here. And go ahead and build this down here. Because I would like to go ahead and harvest some of this metal that's down here. We're probably going to need it. Let's see. Metal ore. We have 17.8 trillion things of metal, so it's not that big of a deal, but is something that we are going to want to do anyway. So we've got a lot of polluted water over here. Oh, I did find something else over here, which is this wonderful, beautiful cold biome. That's going to be really nice. But other than that, we have not found a whole lot of varying biomes. Oh, here's a saltwater one. Waterweed. I haven't really dealt with that biome very much. Alright, so I'm also going to go ahead and build a ladder up here. Why? We need to depressurize this anyway, and it's also a lot of good water. So I'm going to go ahead and build a manual airlock here and dig this out right here. Alright, and now we will have access to this cool steam vent, which is not very cool, by the way. It's still 65 degrees Celsius, which is about 120, 130. Don't correct me. I know I'm probably not. I'm probably pretty far off. This water is 68.2 Celsius. So I throw that into a calculator. It is 154. So I wasn't too far off. But we're going to have to cool that down a little bit for our dupes, as some pretty hot water. So it will be something we're definitely going to have to do, is cool this water down quite a bit before we can really access it. But we are going to go ahead and dig this out. And we will put a pitcher pump right there. And that will allow our dupes to slowly get water out of there. Alright. Ah, yes. This room. No industrial machine. Ooh, I wonder if these two are considered industrial machines. If that's the case, I can fix that. This is what, two? Actually, cancel. Right. Let me think about how I want to do this real quick. Actually, let me go ahead and do it that way. I'm gonna go ahead and put a mesh tile here. Do I want to put it there? Do I want to move it over here a little bit? Alright, let's deconstruct this and this. And this. So I'm actually going to rearrange this a little bit. But for right now... Alright. And then... I will want a thematic here. Deconstruct this right here. And this. I'll just move it over here. Alright, from here, we're going to put the mechanical surfboard in right here. And put in a large sculpting block right there. Right, and we're going to feed the power right there instead. And we're going to feed the plumbing right there. Alright. Now we're going to wait on that to be built. But I think it is about time. Oh, this is done. We're going to watch this work, and then it'll be that time. Alright. See if our creatures, they're cramped. So let me take this down to, say, 4? Actually, let me take it down to 5. Oh, incrementally. This one up to 6, because this one's a little bit bigger. So let's see if one of our dupes will use this. Oh! Here. They use this. Once they use this, and you guys actually get to really see it, we will... Pascal, you should be really focused on ranching. We've got a skill. Once they use that, I will sign off for the video. We're gonna go improve carrying. Alright, so let me go ahead and sign off. I think Pascal is going to use the ladder here in a couple of seconds. Oh, he's going to wrangle that hatch. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And hit that little bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. And if you'd like to comment, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Tell me how I'm doing. I have not seen any of the comments for the first 3 videos. I have done a batch recording of 4 videos because it's way easier for me to batch record because of my strenuous work schedule. So, we're not going to see them use the hole, but that's okay. But, it'll be alright. So, thank you guys so much. Oh, they're going to move the hatch. Thank you guys so much for watching. And keep chillin'.